I know in a time and age we're in, there are many forms of help that we need. Mental health issues, spiritual growth, spiritual well-being, emotional well-being, o kaya physically, we feel very weak. But oftentimes, seeking professional help pinagdadalawang isip natin. Why do we really need professional help? This episode is for you. Namaskaram! Namaskaram, namaste, or namaskar is a Hindu greeting that says the light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you, or the God in me sees and acknowledges the God in you. My name is Marky Mendoza. Welcome to Reiki with Marky, and yet another meaningful episode here in our YouTube channel. And in this episode, pag-uusapan naman natin professional help. May be seeing a doctor or any form of medical help or also spiritually. Bakit kailangan nating mag-hire ng services of these people or to seek their expertise? This episode is what we're going to focus on, and syempre, hindi tayo magiging bias dito. So without further ado, let's go! Now, before we continue with our episode for today, should you have any comments and suggestions or any topics that you would want Reiki with Marky to discuss in the future, please leave a comment down below and kaming bahala sa'yo. Nakita mo kung gaano kaslang yun? Okay, natawa din ako sa pagkaslang ko doon. Sorry na. Okay, but then again, going back dun sa ating topic today, seeking professional help. Bakit pa kailangan natin yun? Now, I am going to present 3 points. Kumbaga, bago muna natin i-consider yung professional help. And towards the end, why it is also important for us to seek professional help. So, our first consideration, number 1, have you taken steps to resolve it on your own? Syempre, that is always our first go-to. Kasi, the least thing we will want to happen is that kahit na yung mga bagay na kaya nating i-resolve on our own, that also adds up. Look at it this way, para yung skill na na-unlock natin sa ating sarili, bawat isang step. And there is no judgment how small or how big these resolutions are. Or kaya, it can be to the simplest down to the most complicated experiences in our life. And hindi siya limited. Kaya nga sinabi ko, when we talk about these professional services, it can be on the medical perspective. It can be on the spiritual, in which nandun ako. Or it can also be in a form of advice towards other people. But of course, kailangan muna natin ng sarili nating efforts. Kailangan muna natin, remember, we've been promoting to go inward. Inward work is for you to realize the things that we need to address within ourselves. Nakukuha natin yan pag tayo yung mga nagmumuni-muni, for us to take time for us to understand the situations, the experiences, what you can do and what steps you can take para naman maayos ito. First of all, ask yourself, nagawa ko ba tong mga bagay na to? Kasi kung nagawa mo na siya and still the experience is still there, it still is a pressing matter, and then let's take it to the next level. So our recommendation number 2 naman is that remember that help is help. Hindi ito source ng kahihiyan or hindi ito source ng para ikahiya mo sa sarili mo dahil humihingi ka ng tulong. Parang imagine mo yung sarili mong ganyan. In a situation wherein you are almost drowning o kaya yung malulunod ka na, ayaw mo ba rin magpatulong sa ibang tao? Please accept the form of help to save your life primarily. And hindi ito kahinaan just because you are seeking help. You are simply wanting to survive this. You are simply giving yourself that chance to become better, to realize something, and for you to channel this into becoming a wisdom that will become a blessing in the future. The thing is, hindi lang natin alam yung solusyon. That's why, parang yung mga teachers natin, tinuturuan tayo ng direction para malaman natin. And then eventually, malalaman din natin yung sagot. The thing is, we need to engage first. And clearly, the reason why we are in this situation is because there's a lesson na kailangan nating matutunan. And for the meantime, hindi pa natin natututunan. And that is okay. Because we are also not meant to learn and know anything and everything all at once. It also takes time. May divine timing ang lahat. So wag ikakahiya during the times na kailangan mo ng tulong because ang importante naman is your own welfare. Not for anything else, pero para sa sarili mo ito. And our recommendation number 3, and practically this is also a reminder that seeking help Why professionally? These are the people who have really taken time to develop this skill. Ibig sabihin, like a skill that they learned, they didn't just learn this, but they grew the expertise. They developed it and made it their life. So look at in the context of a doctor, of a psychologist, or a psychiatrist, wherein they've dedicated majority of their life to really going through many experiences. Hindi lang isang bagay ang inaral nila. According to their expertise, they were able to discover many things in which, in different situations, doon nila ina-apply. And also, imagine this. Remember, the doctors, the psychiatrists, they haven't just spent their time and their effort. It also involves money. It also involves money for them to really engage, and for them to gain wisdom, they needed to shell out. They needed to invest so that they can gain a skill. Wag din natin i-disregard na the people, sometimes kasi, no matter which professional service that we are seeking, sometimes na kapag lalo na that we are also running low in our budget, and sometimes we also find it a little sometimes either we ask if we can get this for free, or sometimes we demand things for free. There is no judgment on that, especially if we are running on budget. Pero also consider this on both sides of the story. You need something, but also syempre, yung mga taong ganyan, may pinagdaanan din sila for them to get it. Most of all, dugot pawis and pera din ang kapalit para for them to get this expertise. It really is something that they dedicated their life with. And hindi rin biro ang mga investment ng mga taong to. So it also is right to honor these people and to honor their journey and their investment as well. In fact, kaya sila nag-go through ng training na yan dahil alam nila na makakatulong sila. This is really something na makakatulong. So, it also is just appropriate for us to really give what is due to these people. Kasi in fact, ibibigay naman din nila kung anong makakatulong sa'yo. Now, before we continue, should you have any personal dealings, and if you have any personal situation na kailangan nyo ng advice ni Reiki with Marky, naka-flash sa screen natin ang ating email address. Please send us an email. We will address your concern in our Dear Marky episode, and will even protect your identity kasi ang mahalaga, matulungan namin kayo. Now, remember, in seeking professional help, may it be on a spiritual or in a medical perspective, walang problema ito. It also does not hurt for you to try and see your options. Kasi one thing is for sure, there is no such thing as just a one-size-fits-all na mag-work na approach sa bawat isang tao. Allow yourself to discover which of these approaches will work, because again, at the end of the day, it is also your investment. So no matter what you do, no matter which engagements na gusto mong itry, maybe on a medical perspective or a spiritual perspective, ang mahalaga kung ano ang magre-resonate at syempre yung mag-work sa'yo. But of course, you have to know, this is an investment. This is an investment that also allows you to change. Allows you to remember what are the things that you can do to put yourself out of that situation, which also requires change. May it be on a medical perspective. Remember, pag pupunta tayo sa doktor dahil may nararamdaman tayo, sasabihin sa atin ng mga doktor, nag-exercise ka ba? Natutulog ba na maigi? Umiinom ng maraming tubig? Do you give yourself time? Yung lahat ng proper self-care binibigay mo ba? On a medical perspective, ganyan ang sasabihin natin. Pero also on a spiritual perspective, ganyan din lagi. Normally, it always entails a form of change that you need to commit yourself to. Commitment for you to change will definitely allow you to heal no matter what you're going through. That's it for our episode for today. If you do like this episode, do not forget to give it a good thumbs up. And also special shoutout ulit sa mga team Bessie natin na continuously nagsusupport, ang mga friends and fans natin ni Jenelyn Mercado at ang Lodi natin na si Dennis Trillo. Maraming salamat. This has been Marky Mendoza again, na laging nagpapaalala to keep trusting the process na maskarang.